Good day to all of you. Once again, this is your teacher Daniel, and today for this video I'm going to share with you some more word problems involving systems of linear equations. For our first problem, it has something to do with age problem. First, 4 years from now, his father's age will be 8, more than 3 times the age of his son. 2 years ago, his father's age is 2 more than 6 times the age of his son. How old are they now? So, ang dito mga langga, ang hinahanap po rito, yung present age nung tatay, si father, at saka yung nung anak, si son. So, ang maganda sigurong gawin nito is, since ito naman yung unknown, yung kanilang present age, let us assume that F is the present age of the father, or father's present age. And then let us assume that S is the son's present age, yung edad niya ngayon. Yung kasi yung unknown, yun yung hinahanap. Ayan. Now, ang sabi dun sa problem is 4 years from now. Pagka sinabing 4 years from now, ang tinutukoy po dyan yung edad nila after 4 years or 4 years in the future. So, kung yung, alimbawa, kung 12 years old ka ngayon, and then 4 years from now, or 4 years in the future, ilang kaya yung edad mo? Kung 12 ka ngayon, that is plus 4, So, that would be 12 plus 4 is 16. So, ganun po. So, how are we going to express that into equation? So, that would be F plus 4. Ayan. And, paano naman dun sa anak? So, when you say the age of the son 4 years from now or 4 years in the future, syempre, that is also S plus 4. Ayan, malinaw na malinaw, This will be their age 4 years from now or 4 years in the future. Now, another catching phrase in the problem is 2 years ago. Ayan. Bago muna natin pag-usapan yung mga specifications ng problem that relating to their age, their future age, and their age 2 years ago, pag-usapan muna natin kung paano dinidescribe yung mga 4 years from now or 2 years ago. Ganun po. Sige, subukan naman natin 2 years ago. Kung yung 4 years from now or yung 4 years in the future is plus 4, syempre, pag 2 years ago, that is minus 2 lang. Ano po? So, yung edad nila at present, minus 2. So, that is F minus 2 at saka S minus 2. Take note that F and S here pertains to the present age of father and son. So this will be their age 2 years ago. May mga iba pang information that relates to their age. At yun yung kukunin natin, but using these expressions. Those information about their age 4 years in the future and 2 years ago. So now we are ready to construct our linear equations pertaining to this problem using the information that we have in the problem. Like the one here, we have, it will be 8 more than 3 times the age of his son. just remember, always remember na laging mas matanda, syempre yung tatay. Ano po? At ang pagkakasabi dito sa problem, yung tatay daw is 8 more than 3 times the age of his son. Ibig sabihin, tatlong beses plus 8 na mas matanda si tatay kaysa doon sa anak. So, paano nilalagay yun sa linear equation? O, subukan nga natin. Kung ito yung edad nung tatay, 4 years from now or 4 years in the future, f plus 4, at syempre mas malaki yung mas malaki lagi yung edad ni father or nung tatay. 8 more than 3 times. Isa-isahin uli natin. I-chop natin to para hindi mahirap. Pag sinabing 3 times, of course, ita-times mo lang sa 3 yung edad nung anak or nung son. So that is 3 times S plus 4. Ayan. O bakit plus 4? Again, kaya plus 4 yan kasi ang pinag-uusapan dito is 4 years from now. Yung edad nila 4 years in the future. Pero wag nating kalimutan, tapos na to, no? 3 times the age of his son. Wag nating kalimutan, meron pang ibang description. 8 more than. O pagka sinabing 8 more than, it is simply parang nag-ano ka lang yan, nagpa-plus ka lang yan. So that is plus 8. Okay, so basahin uli natin, 4 years from now, these are their age, 4 years in the future. His father's age will be 8 more than 3 times the age of his son. So, tama na po, Hindi kasi natin pwedeng ilagay si 3 dito at saka plus 8. Kasi ang lalabas niyan, mas matanda na yung anak. Hindi pwedeng ganito. Hindi pwedeng 3 times f plus 4 plus 8 is equals to s plus 4. Hindi po pwedeng ganyan kasi ang mangyayari niyan, lumalabas na mas matanda mas matanda yung anak. So, ang gagawin natin, yung 3 times and 8 more than, nandun yun sa anak. Kasi ito lang naman yung natin, ito yung concern natin, yung magiging value niyan sa loob. Okay? Now, let us proceed to another information, and that will be our linear equation number 2. Sabi, 2 years ago naman. Ayan. So, we are going to use this. We're going to use that. 2 years ago, his father's age, ayan, so his father's age, f minus 2 is equivalent to, so 2 years ago, his father's age is 2 more than 6 times the age of his son. Para hindi magulo, unahin muna natin yung 6 times. Ayan, so again, kung 2 years ago, 6 times na mas matanda yung tatay kaysa sa anak. So, kung ganun lang naman, yung edad nung anak is 6 times doon sa edad nung tatay. Ganun po ang ibig sabihin nun. So, S minus 2. O, bakit again S minus 2? Kasi 2 years ago yung pinag-usapan o 2 years ago yung information. Pero, wait wag natin kalimutan to. 2 more than. O, pag sinabing more than, parang nagpa-plus 2 lang tayo niyan. Ayan. So, basahin uli natin, para ma-check natin kung tama ba yung descriptions natin. So, 2 years ago, ayan na po, f minus 2, s minus 2, their present age minus 2, 2 years ago, or 2 years in the past. Yun po yung ibig sabihin nun. His father's age is 2 more than 6 times. Ayan. The age of the son. So, again, 6 times the age of the son plus 2 is edad nung tatay. Yun ang ibig sabihin nun. Now, that we have these 2 linear equations, ready na ba tayong gumamit ng either substitution or elimination? Hindi pa. Kailangan i-evaluate pa natin sila kasi para maiwasan natin yung sobrang habang mga linear equations. Paikli natin sila. That is by using algebraic manipulations. Ano po? So, let us consider first the first linear equation. For number 1, we have f plus 4. Let us remove now this quantity here para makita natin. Now, we are going to use distributive property here, ano? So, that will become 3s plus 4 times 3 is 4, 8, 12. Ayan. Plus 8. No, wala na pong grouping symbol. After using distributive property, and then we can transpose positive 4, no, to the other side para lahat ng mga constants o lahat ng mga numbers nandun sa right side. Okay, so ang maiiwan na lang dito is f. Okay, pagka transpose natin to magiging negative, ano, si plus 4. So again, copy 3s, copy plus 12, copy plus 8, and then minus 4. So here we have f is equivalent to 3s, copy again 3s, 8 minus 4 is 4. Di po ba? 8 minus 4 is 4, plus 12, that will be 16. So, plus 16. Yan. Okay, for number 2, for our second linear equation, we have f minus 2 is equivalent to, again, we can make use of distributive property here to evaluate this quantity and its common factor, or the factor outside the quantity. That will become 6s minus 6 times 2 is 12. 12. Ayan. Plus 2. O, tapos meron pa tayo ditong negative 2. Pwede natin yung i-transpose dun sa kabila, magiging positive siya. Ano po? May iwan na lang dito, si f na lang. And 6s minus 12 plus 2 plus 2. Wow. F is equivalent to 6s. Now, 2 plus 2 is 4, di po ba? And then, negative 12 plus 4, syempre, negative, kasi mas malaki si 12. Tapos, ima-minus natin yung number. So, 12, negative 12 plus 4 will be negative 8. Negative 8. Okay, so meron na tayong mas maiikling mga linear equation. Now we are ready to use elimination in order for us to find the value of f and s. Those are the age of the present age of son, his son, and father's age. Okay, so let's try, ano? Kung mag-eliminate tayo, pwede nating makancel yung f agad. Ano po? Pwede naman natin makancel yung f agad. And that is by multiplying negative 1 here para mag-add na lang tayo later on. So this will become, this will convert into negative f is equivalent to negative 3s minus 16. Ayan. And then we have here f is equivalent to 6s minus 8. Now, let us try to add. So, automatic, pag nag-add tayo, since yung isa negative, yung isa positive, maka-cancel tong f. And negative plus positive is 0. Negative 1 plus positive 1 is 0. How about here? We have 6s minus 3s. Katumbas din yan nung negative 3s plus 6s. So, that will be 3s. O bakit? Kasi, magkaiba sila ng sign, dineduct natin or sinubtract natin. At kaninong sign yung masusunod? Syempre, ang masusunod na sign, yung mas malaking number. O yung number na may mas malaking absolute value. So, that will be 3s. How about here? O, pareho sila ng sign. Pag pareho sila ng sign, copy the common sign, and then add those numbers. We have here 16 plus 8, that will be 24. Now, let us try to transpose negative 24 to the other side. That will become positive, ano? So that is 24 is equivalent to 3s. And let us divide both sides by 3. S here is equivalent to 24 divided by 3 is equivalent to 8. Yan. Ibig sabihin, yung edad pala yung present age pala nung anak, yung son, is 8 years old. 8 years old pala siya. How about yung tatay? Again, we can choose either of the linear equation here. We can use this or we can use this to find the age to find the father's age. That will be let us make use of this first equation. F is equivalent to 3s plus 16. F is equivalent to 3 times the value of s, which is 8, plus 16. So F here is equivalent to 8 times 3 is 24 plus 16. That will be F is equivalent to 24 plus 16, 34, 40. Ayan. So, yung edad ng tatay is 40 at yung edad ng anak is 8. Okay, so here we have another problem. We have a problem that has something to do with investment problem. And let us first read the problem. Mr. Edison wants to invest his 50,000 pesos in 2 banks with a rate of 2% and 3% annually. How much should he invest on each bank to gain 1,280 annual interest? So ang tinatanong dito kung ilan yung magiging investment ni Mr. Edison out of 50,000 sa dalawang bangko para magkaroon siya ng tubo na 1,280 per annum. Okay. So again, isa-isahin po muna, himay-himayin natin yung problem and then try nating gumawa ng linear equation out of that problem. Una, si Mr. Edison daw nang-invest ng pera niya sa dalawang bangko. Yung total investment niya sa bangko is 50,000. Sa dalawang bangko, sa dalawang bangko. So, since hindi pa naman natin alam yung kung ilan talaga yung in-invest niya sa bawat bangko. Kasi nandun yung sa tanong, how much should he invest? Ang alam lang natin, yung porsyento nung bawat investment sa dalawang bangko at saka yung naging tubo. So kung gusto nating magkaroon ng tubo na 1,280, magkano yung i-invest natin sa 2% sa bangko na may 2% interest at saka sa bangko na may 3% interest. Gano. Sa pangalawang bangko na may 3% interest. Yan. Sige. Since hindi pa naman natin alam yung kung magkano yung ihuhulog natin in each of the banks, so let us just assume that X will be the investment for the first bank plus Y, that will be the money invested on the second bank. That will be equivalent to 50,000. Ayan. O bakit? Kasi 'di ba dalawang bangko tapos parang i-separate natin yung investment natin. Meron para sa 2%, meron para sa 3%. All in all, ang total investment natin is 50,000. Yan. Now, ano naman kaya yung ito yung ating first linear equation. Ano naman kaya yung pangalawa? Pag-usapan naman natin yung rates nung interest bawat bangko. Ang sabi lang sa problem is, or yung description lang, your information lang from the problem is, yung total annual interest natin dapat 1,280. 1,280 sa dalawang bangko na yon. Since hindi pa naman natin alam yung ilan talaga yung na-invest natin bawat bangko, so ang gagawin na lang po natin, that is 0.02x plus 0.03y. O bakit ganun? Kasi ito yung ito yung interest. And take note, since naka-percent pa siya, i-convert natin siya into decimals. That is by, kung naalala nyo po, to convert that is to move 2 decimal places to the left. Ayan. So, that is 0.02. Sa elementary pa yun, Okay. So, 0.02 times kung magkano yung ininvest niya sa unang bangko. Plus 0.03 or 3% times kung ilan yung ininvest niya sa pangalawang bangko. Pag inad yung dalawa, ang tubo, annual, sa pinagsamang interest, ang tubo ay 1,280. Ganun po yung ibig sabihin niya. Now we are ready to convert this linear equation para may makancel po tayong isang variable. So here, we could multiply this by a negative number para makancel natin yung x, let us multiply it by a negative 0.02. Para yung x dito mamaya, magiging negative 0.02. Tapos makakancel yung dalawang yung dalawang terms na yan. Kasi yung isa, negative 0.02, yung isa, positive 0.02. Ang may iwan sa atin mamaya, y na lang. Ayan. So, let us convert this first. That will become negative 0.02 x plus, again, use distributive property here. So we have, or minus 0.02y. Bakit ganun? Kasi negative 0.02 times x is negative 0.02x. Negative 0.02 times y is negative 0.02y. Ganun. And then, let us multiply this here. So, 50,000 times negative 0.02. That is negative. Kung i-check nyo lang po using our calculator, that is 1,000. Negative 1,000. Sige, check na natin. 50,000 times negative 0.02. So that is 1,000. Tapos ito, pwede na natin gamitin. So tingnan nyo 0.02 x plus 0.03 y is equivalent to 1,000, positive 1,280. There you go. So anong nangyari? Yung ito kaninang expression na to, minultiply po natin sa negative 0.02 for the purpose na para itong dalawang to makancel whenever we add. Kasi yung term naman, yung dalawang term identical. Ang pinagkaiba lang nila yung sign. Negative yung isa, positive yung isa. So makakancel sila, automatic 0 sila. So ito na lang. Negative 0.02y plus 0.03y. Pwede naman tayong gumamit ng scientific calculator to evaluate these numbers. That is the same as 0.03 minus 0.02. That is 0.01 y. Ito naman. Negative 1,000 plus positive 1,280. That is also the same as 1,280 minus 1,000. So that is 280. Here we can now divide both sides by 0.01. Divide here 0.01. Cancel. May iwan na lang dito is y. Now 280 divided by 0.01 is equivalent to 28,000. Ayan. Okay, so we have now the value for y. Y here stands for the second investment at 3% interest. Yung pangalawa. Ayan. Ano naman yung value ni x o yung una nating investment from the first bank? So, ang gagawin natin, gamitin na lang natin to. Ito yung pinakamadali. So, that is, can you make use of that? X plus y is equivalent to 50,000. Then, since the value of y is 28,000, so that is x plus 28 is equivalent to 50,000. And then let us transpose this to that side. And since it is positive, magiging negative siya. So, x here will be 50,000 minus 28,000. Ayan. Or x will be 22,000. Now, so the value of y here is 28,000 and the value of x is 22,000. Meaning, yung ininvest natin sa first bank is 22,000. Yung ininvest natin sa pangalawang bank is 28,000. Ngayon, check natin kung tama yung sagot natin using the second linear equation. So the value of x is 22,000. We have 0.02 times 22,000 plus 0.03, that is the same as 3%, ano? 0.02, 2% yan. 0.03, 3% yan. Ganun po. Times the value of y, which is 28,000. That is equivalent to, or that should be equivalent to 1,280. Okay. So we can make use of our scientific calculator to evaluate this, ano? So we have 0.02 times 22,000. That will be 440. Plus, how about the other investment? 0.03. O yung pangalawa nating investment na 28,000 at 3% interest. So, 0.03 times 28,000, that will be 840. 1,280. Now, 840 plus 440, that will be 1,280. Yan. 1,280. So, we are correct. Okay, for our next example, we have a mixture problem. This is about chemistry. How much 90% and 40% isopropyl alcohol solution must be mixed in order to obtain a 1,000 ml isopropyl alcohol solution with 70% concentration? Ayan, so very common to, ano? Very common to nowadays. Yung, kasi halimbawa, bumili tayo ng alcohol. Tapos, halimbawa ngayon, nakabili tayo ng 90%. As in, nangyayari po talaga ito nowadays, ano? Lalo na ngayong pandemic. Minsan, nagkakaubusan ng alcohol sa groceries. So, kung ngayon, nakabili tayo ng 90%, tapos naubos yung stocks, kinabukasan, pagbalik mo sa grocery, ang available na lang is 40%. Syempre, we are dealing with COVID-19 virus. So, if we are dealing with virus, at least dapat yung alcohol solution natin nandiyan sa mga 70% pataas, ano po? So, para mas maging efficient pa rin at effective pa rin yung alcohol solution natin, ang tendency, paghahaluin natin yung dalawang alcohol solution. Ang objective natin, kailangan maging 70% concentration siya or maging 70% alcohol solution na pinaghalong 90 and 40%. Ayan. O para din dun sa mga nagtitipid, bibili ng 90% or meron pa silang natitirang 90% bago maubos, bibili sila ng 40% tapos they are going to mix it para maging 70% uli siya. Ayan. So, kung gusto nating malaman kung ilang ml yung ihahalo natin para ma-achieve natin yung in this problem, ma-achieve natin yung 1,000 ml, let us solve this problem using concept in systems of linear equation. Now, para hindi tayo mahirapan sa pag-solve, iti-table natin yung mga information na makukuha natin from out of this problem. So, we have here, we will be dealing with percents and we will be dealing with ml or volumes of liquids, and later on we will be dealing with percent times the volume of liquids, ml. So this pertains to percentage. This will pertain to the volume, and this will be the product of percentage times the volume. Now, we are also dealing here with three types or three sets of solution. That is, the first solution or solution A, ang percentage ng ano niya or ang concentration niya ng isopropyl alcohol niya is 90%. We are also dealing with solution B, or alcohol solution B, wherein yung concentration naman niya mas mababa or sobrang baba, which is 40%. Ang gusto natin, yung mixture natin is maging 70%. At yung magiging output niya is 1,000 ml. Ganyan po. Pero syempre, yun naman yung nasa tanong, ano, how many volume of 90% and 40% alcohol should we mix? So yun yung unknown, o yun yung hindi pa natin alam. So let us just say that is X and Y. Now here we are going to multiply those. We are going to multiply this, ano? The percentage and the volume. So we have 0.9 X. Ito naman, dito naman we have 0.4 Y. And here let us multiply 0.7 times 1,000 ml. 0.7 times 1,000. Oh, that is also equivalent to 700 ml. Ayan. So, ngayon nakuha na natin yung datos na kailangan natin. Ang gagawin na lang po natin is to make use of this data in order for us to come up with linear equations muna. Okay. So here, actually, X plus Y, or if we are what is this, dealing with volumes, the output should be 1,000 ml. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, pag pinaghalo natin yung volume ng solution A na may 90% concentration at saka yung solution B, which is Y, pag pinaghalo natin sila, dapat ang output natin is 1,000 ml. Now, in terms, parang ano din to, no? Kung kawangki din to nung investment. Yan. Hindi sila nagkakalayo nung dalawang problem. Ang pinagkaiba lang, kasi yung nauna nating example, it deals with money. Ito naman, it deals with mixture. O imagine, nagagamit din pala yung concept na to in chemistry. Ano po? We have here, ito naman. Ayan. Ito naman. So we have 0.9 X plus 0.4 Y is equivalent to 0.7 times 1,000, that is 700. Okay. Pero syempre, hindi pa natin sila pwedeng gamitan ng what is this? Hindi pa sila natin pwedeng gamitan ng elimination kasi hindi pa sila pareho ng numerical coefficient, lalo na dito sa X. Kung yung X ang gusto nating i-cancel. So ipagpalagay natin na ang gusto nating ma-cancel mamaya is X. So kailangan meron siya diyang 0.9. At pag nag-multiply tayo ng 0.9 sa X, kailangan all the terms in the left and the right side, i-multiply din natin sa 0.9 para balance pa rin siya. So here, we want to multiply this by 0.9. So the output will be 0.9 X plus 0.9 Y is equivalent to 0.9 times 1,000 is actually 900. Okay, sa baba naman. O syempre, hindi pa rin yan makakancel. Ito at saka ito, hindi pa makakancel kung hindi sila opposite sign. So, gagawin natin, ito, imumultiply pa natin yan by negative 1. So, ano kaya yung magiging output? That is negative 0.9 x minus 0.4y. O bakit? Kasi negative 1 times 0.4y is negative 0.y. Equivalent to 700 times negative 1 is just negative 700. Okay, so now we are ready to use elimination in order for us to cancel x and get the value of y. So let us just copy this, 0.9x plus 0.9y is equivalent to 900. And negative 0.9 x minus 0.4y is equivalent to negative 700. Pasensya na po, kasi from our previous example, what is this? Ginawa natin, sa taas tayo nag-multiply ng negative 1. Pero in this case, ang ginawa ko, si negative 1, sa second linear equation ko siya minultiply, in the sense na, para mamaya, pag nag-add ako, etong dalawa, pag nag-add ako, what is this? Magiging positive yung result. So, sinadya ko po yan na dito ako nag-multiply ng negative 1 sa baba. Pero pwede rin namang, ito, gawin nating negative, ito. Pwede natin siyang gawing negative 0.9. O pwede ganun din naman yung kalalabasan But, preference lang po natin na sa baba tayo nag-multiply ng negative 1 para mas madali siyang i-add. Ayan. O, sige. So, here, we have 0.9x minus 0.9x, that is 0, right? So, we will just cancel them out. O, ito na yung sinasabi ko. 0.9y minus 0.4 is just 0.5y or positive 0.5y. O, mas madali, diba? I will not be dealing with negative numbers. Ganon. Sige. How about here? We have 900 minus 700, that is 200. So we have here 0.5y is equals to 200. Divide both sides by 0.5. 0.5. Parang matira na lang dito. Y na lang. Kasi makakancel to. So y is equivalent to 200 divided by 0.5 is 400. Ayan. So meron na tayong volume nung solution B. Ayan. Meron na tayong volume for solution B, which is 400 ml pala yung kailangan nating ihalo na 40% solution. Syempre, ang target natin is 1,000, di po ba? So, again, we can make use of this. We can make use of this to evaluate what will be the volume of solution A. So that is x plus y is equivalent to 1,000. X plus the value of y is 400, that is equivalent to 1,000. X is equivalent to, let us transpose positive 400 to the other side. That will become negative, right? So copy 1,000 minus 400. So we have x is equivalent to 1,000 minus 400. Of course, that is 600. So there you go. So what does it mean? Solution A should be 600 ml and solution B should be 400 ml. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan meron kang 600 ml na 90% alcohol solution at saka meron kang 400 ml na 40% solution. Pag pinaghalo mo yun, 600 ml lang 90% or 400 at saka 400 ml na may 40% isopropyl alcohol solution, pag pinaghalo mo yun, ang output nun is 1000 ml na ang concentration niya ay 70%. Tama-tama, pamatay ng virus. Ayan. Now, let us check kung tama yung ano natin. Tama yung naging result natin. So, subukan natin, ano? What is 90%? What is 90% of 600? So, 90% of 600, that is 0.9 times 600, that is 540. Now, what is 40% of, baka magtanong kayo, bakit natin ginaganito? Kasi, 600 ml yung solution A. 90% niyan is pure isopropyl alcohol solution. So, what is, kung 600 ml lahat-lahat, 540 yung pure isopropyl alcohol solution. Tapos, the rest is water, tubig. So, that is, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, that is, that is 60 ml. 60 ml yung tubig niya. Ayan. How about 40%? 40% times 400. Ayan. Yung nakuha natin kanina, 400. So, ilang ml kaya ng pure alcohol yung nasa 400 pag 40% yung concentration niya? So, that is 40% times 400. That is also equivalent to 0.04 times 400. So, that is 0.4 times 400. So, that is 160. Okay. And then, let us add this pure alcohol. Ito na yung output ng mga pure alcohol to, ano? Disregarding the amount of water, 540 plus 160. So, that is 700. And, ibig sabihin, meron na tayong pure alcohol na 700 ml. So, that is 700 ml out of 1,000 ml. So, that is also the same as 0.7. Cancel ml. That is 0.7. And that is also equivalent to 70%. Ayan. So, nakagawa tayo ng 70% out of these two mixtures. Ayan. So, kailangan maghalo tayo ng 600 ml at saka 400 ml na 90 at saka 40% solution ng alcohol respectively. So, let us have another problem. This time, we will be dealing with work problem. Nurse Maxi and Nurse Jack working together can finish a line of people for swabbing test in 6 minutes. After working for 2 minutes together, Nurse Maxi logged out for a break and left Nurse Jack working alone for 10 minutes to finish the job. How many minutes can Nurse Jack finish a line of people for swabbing tests alone? And how many minutes can Nurse Maxi finish the job alone? So, ang ano po natin dito, ang ang situation po natin dito is si Nurse Maxi daw po at saka si Nurse Jack, pag silang dalawa yung nagsa-swabbing test sa isang array o isang line ng people, kaya nilang tapusin yung isang line or isang array ng 6 minutes. Ayan po. Kung dalawa silang nagtatrabaho. Ang situation is, nung nagtatrabaho sila together, they are working together for 2 minutes. Magkasama silang nagtatrabaho for 2 minutes. Maya-maya, si Nurse Maxi daw nag-log out. Nag-break muna siya. Tapos, iniwan niya si Nurse Jack na swab test, at natapos niya yon, yung array of or that line of people para sa swabbing test. Natapos niya yon within 10 minutes. Pagkatapos, mag-log out ni Maxi. So, ibig sabihin, for 2 minutes, magkasama pa sila sa swab test. Pero after 2 minutes, iniwan ni Nurse Maxi si Nurse Jack. Tapos, natapos ni Nurse Jack yung line of swabbing test for 10 minutes. Ayan. Ngayon, ang tanong is, kung si Nurse Jack lang daw po yung mag-swab test, gaano katagal matatapos ni Nurse Jack yung isang line or isang array ng people or tao for swabbing test? At in the same manner, gaano naman katagal matatapos ni Maxi is yung isang array ng or isang line ng tao or people for swabbing test kung mag-isa lang siyang magsaswab. Ayan. So here we are dealing with work problem, and usually yung mga work problem ini-express sila as fractions, or in terms of rate. Yung rate ng bawat nurses, in this case, yung bawat rate ng nurse. Hindi pa natin alam kung ilang minutes matatapos ni Maxi at saka ni Jack yung swabbing test pag si Maxi lang yung nagtatrabaho or si Jack lang yung nagtatrabaho alone, mag-isa. So, ang gagawin natin, we will express them as We will express them as fractions. So, let's say M is the number of minutes that Nurse Maxi can do the job alone. That pertains to Maxi, This is, take note, M here represents the number of minutes that Nurse Maxi could do the job alone, mag-isa. And J here would stands for the number of minutes where Jack could finish the array of swabbing tests or a line of people for swabbing tests alone. We could express them in terms of fraction. So that is 1 over M. It will pertain to the fraction of the job that Maxi could finish, and 1 over J here will pertain to the fraction or the portion of the job where Jack could finish. The portion of the job where Jack could finish, at the same time 1 over M is the portion of the job that Maxi could finish. So if that is the case, it also symbolizes the rate of Maxi and the rate of Jack. At alam nyo ba, yung mga rates, pwede natin silang i-add. Pwede natin i-add together, so it would represent one complete job times the time. So ganito po ang mangyayari niyan. Ang sabi sa problem, kung si Nurse Maxi at saka si Nurse Jack working together, meaning if they're working together, we're going to add their rates. So that is 1 over M plus 1 over J. This is the rate. Here we have the rate of Maxi, and here we have the rate of Jack. So we are adding them together, So together, they could finish an array of or a line of people for swabbing tests in 6 minutes. So they could finish one complete job in 6 minutes times 6 minutes. So yan po yung ito po yung ating unang linear equation, or the way I look at it, it's rational expressions. Okay. Now, how about for the second situation? After working for 2 minutes. So, ibig sabihin, nagtatrabaho si Jack at si Maxie for 2 minutes together. So, that is 1 over M plus 1 over J. So, nagtrabaho sila together for 2 minutes. Tapos, iniwan na ni Nurse Maxie si Nurse Jack and nagtrabaho pa siya ng 10 minutes. Plus, nagtrabaho pa siya ng 10 more minutes. And this is the rate of Jack. Ayan. So, kung mapansin nyo pa, working together, ito po yun, for 2 minutes. Tapos, iniwan ni Maxie si Jack. So, nagtagal pa si Jack ng 10 more minutes to complete one whole job. Or to complete or to finish a line of people for swabbing test. Take note na yung 1 dito, it represents here one complete job. So, we have now our second linear equation. So this is our first linear equation. This is our second. This is our first equation. This is our second equation. Okay. So let us first evaluate this. This becomes 6 over M plus 6 over J. That is equivalent to 1. For our second equation, we have 2 over M plus, we're using distributive property, Yan. 2 over J plus, ito po, 10 over J. That is equivalent to, again, 1 complete work. Now, let us further evaluate this kasi pwede pa silang i-combine, So, 2 over J plus 10 over J, that is also the same as 12 over J. Kasi pareho naman yung denominator nila eh. So, let us just copy their denominator and add their numerator. That becomes 12 over J. Ayan. Now, pwede na ba tayo mag-eliminate? Hindi pa. Kasi kailangan magkapareho pa sila ng numerator para may makancel tayo later on. Sige. Let us multiply this by 2. And then let us multiply this by negative 1. O bakit hindi na lang negative 2? Kasi kasi para pag nag-combine ako nito mamaya, itong dalawang to, kasi magiging negative dito si 6 kung negative 2 yan, di ba? Magiging negative dito yung etong term na to kung negative yun doon. So, mas minabuti ko na sa baba tayo mag-multiply ng negative 1 para wala tayo, we will not be dealing with negative numbers later on. Sige. So, let us proceed. This converts to 6 over M times 2 is 12 over M plus 2 times 6 over J is 12 over J. That is equivalent to 1 times 2 is 2. Or how about here? So that is negative 1 times 2 over M. That is equivalent to negative 2 over M. Yan yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Imbis na dito tayo mag-multiply ng negative kasi magiging negative yan later on. So instead, para maiwasan natin na yung malaking number ang magiging negative, ang gawin natin, sa baba tayo mag-multiply ng negative 1 para yung maliit na number yung maging negative. Para hindi tayo mahirapang mag-subtract. So here we have 12 over J times negative 1. So that is negative 12 over J. By the way, ang intention pala natin dito is to cancel the j terms. Ayan. O yung 12 over j term. And 1 times negative 1 here, 1 times negative 1 is just negative 1. Now we could simply subtract or add them. So here we can cancel this. Positive 12 over j and negative 12 over j. Anyway, they are zeros. No need to write 0. 12 over m minus 2m. So that is 12 over m minus 2m. Para dun sa mga hindi pa rin marunong mag-add, subtract, multiply ng fraction, please So, balikan lang po natin yung mga topic natin from our previous levels. So, 12 over m minus 2 over m. Copy the common denominator and subtract their numerator, that is 10 over m. Okay, so we have here 10 over m. How about this? 2 minus 1 is just 1. And if we cross multiply, ang magiging katabi ni 1, yan kung mag-cross multiply tayo, ang magiging katabi ni 1 si m, tapos ang magiging katabi ni 10 si 1. So that is also the same as 10 is equals to m, or m is equivalent to 10. Okay. So therefore, Maxi, if working alone, can finish this a line of people for swabbing tests in 10 minutes. Yan po yan. How about Jack? So we can make use one of the equations here to solve for the value of j. So that is, we can make use of 6 over m plus 6 over j is equivalent to 1. Since the value of m is 10, so we can say 6 over 10 plus 6 over j is equivalent to 1. Now, what will be the common denominator? Wait, let us first simplify this term. So that term becomes, the LCD of 6 and 10 is 2. So we can divide 6 by 2 and 10 by 2, or we could simply factor 6 and factor 10. The factor of 6 is 2 times 3, and the factor of 10 is 2 times 5. Cancel those 2. What we have here is 3 over 5 plus 6 over j is equivalent to 1. Now let us evaluate. The common denominator will be 5j. Ayan. So 5j divided by 5 is j times 3. So 3 times j plus j, 5j divided by j is 5. 5 times 6 will be 30. It's equivalent to 1. And then let us now, since na-combine na natin yung dalawang fractions into one fraction, we can now cross multiply. So we have 3j plus 30 is equivalent to 1 times 5j is just 5j. So here we could transpose 3j to the other side para makombine natin yung mga like terms. So that let us copy 30 here, and then 5j, transpose this to the other side, positive 3j becomes negative 3j. Let's continue here. So we have 30 is equivalent to 5j minus 3j is just 2j. And let us divide both sides by 2. Cancel. So what remain here is j. Natira na lang j, and 30 divided by 2 is just 15. And, or j is equivalent to 15. Okay. Ibig sabihin, kung si Maxi lang yung magsuswab test, kaya niyang tapusin yung isang line ng people para sa swab test within 10 minutes. At kung si Jack lang yung magsuswab test in a line of people for swabbing test, kaya niyang tapusin yun within 15 minutes. On the last example that we are going to have, we will be dealing with coin denominations. Kawangki lang din to ng mga previous examples po natin. Ano po? Now, the problem is, how many 5 and 10 peso coins are there in a cash register tray if the total number of 5 and 10 peso coins combined is 55 pieces and its total amount is 450 pesos. So let us assume that X here pertains to the number of 5 peso coins, kung ilang tagli 5 piso yung meron tayo, at saka Y here represents the number of 10 peso coins, kung ilang tagsa 10 piso yung meron tayo. Remember that yung question, ang hinahanap kung ilang tagli 5 at ilang tagsa 10 piso yung meron tayo. Yun po. So, kung i-combine natin yung number ng tagli 5 piso at saka yung number nung tagsa 10 piso, yung piraso, bawat piraso, all in all, they are 55 pieces. And kung i-compute naman natin yung total amount nung pera na meron tayo sa tagli 5 at tagsa 10 piso combined, that could also be represented by 5x. So, bakit 5x? Kasi 5 pesos times kung ilang pirasong tagli 5 piso meron tayo. Ganon. The same goes with 10 peso coins. So, 10, yung 10 piso, tapos kung ilang piraso, that is y. So, 5x, makukuha natin yung total amount nung tagli 5 piso at saka yung 10y, makukuha natin yung total amount ng tagsa 10 piso. Combining this total, that is worth 450 pesos. Ayan. Now, for us to cancel later on x, pwedeng, kung gusto nating i-cancel si x, if we want to cancel x, we would like to multiply we're going to multiply this with negative 5. That converts to negative 5x minus 5y is equivalent to 55 times 5 is actually 275, or that is negative 275. Yan. Wala naman po tayong ibang ginawa dyan eh. We only use distributive property. Yan. So that is negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times positive y is negative 5y. And negative 5 times 55 is negative 275. Then copy 5x plus 10y is equivalent to 450. Ayan. Now we could use elimination method to evaluate the value for y. So here we can cancel negative 5x and 5x because they are 0 whenever we add them. Dito naman 10y minus 5y, that is 5y. How about this? 450 minus 275. So that is 175. And dividing both sides by 5, so y here, or the number of 10 peso coin, will be, let us divide this by 5, that is 35. Yeah. To know the value of x, or to know the number of 5 peso coin, we can make use of x plus y is equivalent to 55. So here we have x plus, let us make use of the value of y here, which is 35, that is equivalent to 55. And then let us transpose this to the other side. it becomes negative. So we have x is equivalent to 55 minus 35. So 55 minus 35 is equivalent to 20. There you go. So yung number of 35 peso coin natin, yung number of 10 peso coins natin is 35 at saka yung number of 5 peso coins natin is 20. Now let us check using the second linear equation. So we have 5 times 20, the value for x, plus 10 times 35, the value for y. That is amounting to a total of 450 pesos, or that should amount to 450 pesos. So let us try. 5 times 20 is 100, plus 10 times 35 is 350. That's equivalent to 450, and 100 plus 350 is actually equivalent to 450. 450. There you go. So our answer is correct. Now I'm going to leave an exercise for you to answer it at home. This will serve as your home quiz. That is number 1 for number 2 and number 3. Next by number 4 and number 5. Please copy the problem, pause while copying the problem, and try to show your solution on a separate sheet of paper.